Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Look, I came on for a quick Monday motivation here that I wanted to share with you all. It's going to be real fast. I'm not going to be here long. It's going to be a quick Monday motivation. But this year, for the Lioness Den and for Life Happens, we're talking about power. And so I wanted to take a moment and just come and talk to you about the power of your voice. Um, the power that you have within you, knowing that you are valuable, knowing that what you have to say does matter. And so this year we're concentrating on power, and we're concentrating on power because a lot of times what we do is give our power away. Look, I really, really, really want us to this year, I want our goal to be that we are maintaining our power no matter what. Why, you may ask, Lydia, what are you talking about? A lot of times, what we do is we give away our power. We give our power away to just everybody seems like their opinion is more important. Their opinion, we have to be mindful of their opinion. We have to be mindful of what they think. And sometimes when it comes down to what you're doing and how you're doing it, you have to reclaim your power. One of the things I'm learning in this season is power, what my voice means, what it means to me, right? Because sometimes we will diminish what we think of ourselves. Hear me, what we think of ourselves depending on what someone else says about us, right? So, how does my self esteem work for me when it's based on what you think? I want you to take that this week and I want you to begin to ponder on that. How does my self esteem work when it's dependent upon what you think? How does my self esteem work when it's dependent upon everyone else's thoughts? Because it's the thoughts that I have of me, right? So if I don't think well of me, why should anyone else? That is the point. The power that I have with me, just over Lydia, is to think well of me. The power that I have just over Lydia is to speak well of Lydia. The power that I have over Lydia is just to do those things that help me to move forward. And if I base everything I do for self off of outward influences, then do I really have a thought of Lydia? That's my question to you. If you are basing everything that you have on someone else, what is your thought of you? Because many times what seems to happen with a lot of us, not just one or two, but many of us, our thoughts of us are based on the input of others. And so, we've talked about affirmations and things like that, but affirmations are those things that help you to begin to think well of you, right? We need to think well of ourselves. Not that we always hit the mark, not that we do everything perfect, but thinking well of us means that I understand grace. I understand how to give myself grace, right? Because last year we talked about grace. Now we with grace, and we're understanding to give ourselves some grace. We're understanding that everything we do is not going to be perfect, but we understand that grace allows us the opportunity to reset and redo anything that we feel that we may need to. Now with the power, we begin to speak those things that we worked on last year with grace. So now I know how to give myself grace, right? I know that I want to thrive in everything that I do, but I haven't learned how to take my power back. My first lady talks about that she has reclaimed her voice. Reclaiming your voice is about reclaiming your power, right? So when you reclaim your voice, you reclaim your power. You reclaim who you are. You reclaim those thoughts that you had when you were little teeny. You reclaim that person you wanted to be growing up. I want you to begin to understand the power that's within you. The Bible tells us about the power of the tongue. Hey, it's a real thing. What you say is what you can have. A lot of times we refuse to say it. Let's be honest. We refuse to say it. We don't want to be arrogant. We don't want to be selfish. We have a list of what we don't want to be, but have you worked on the list of what you do want to be? Have you thought about that? Have you worked on the list of who you see yourself as? I've been going on this journey of power this year. I started really last year as soon as the last conference was over. And I've been going on this journey of power as I'm beginning to write the new book for this year. And as I'm working on the book for this year, I realize that there are a lot of things that I do, Lydia, not anyone else, Lydia, that I do that gives my power to others. Because every decision, they said a multitude of counselors. I have a multitude of counselors, and understand that there's nothing wrong with having a multitude of counselors, right? Nothing wrong with it. But what we do have to do with that multitude of counselors, we have to make sure that we are definitely keeping our own thought. So sometimes in the multitude of counselors, what we begin to do is we begin to just lose ourselves in counseling. We really do. We begin to lose. What was the thought behind how I started this, right? What was the idea behind how I started this, right? Because what happens is, as we get to the multitude of counselors, a lot of times we miss the whole thing about what we thought. Hey guys, are you listening to me? Do you ever forget what you started out with? Do you ever forget how this whole idea began? Because the idea has transformed so far beyond what you originally thought until it's not even your thought anymore. It belongs to someone else. You've given up your power. The vision that you were given has turned into something that's not even your vision anymore. I want you to begin to invest in the power that is within you. God gave us all power. He gave us all a voice. And believe it or not, your voice matters. Take your power back. Begin to speak those things over you, that I am wonderful. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm a child of God. My voice matters. I am healed. I am set free. I began to do this whole process. And what I did is, and I believe God gave it to me, is I took affirmations and I actually put them on the walls in my house, so that when I walk from room to room, I can see the affirmations of who I am. I walk in confidence, right? Why? Because these things help. Repetition helps us to remember who we are. Repetition helps us to walk in who we are. When we use affirmations in that way, repeating them constantly. They say anything you do for 21 days becomes a habit. And so for a little over 21 days, I've been doing my affirmations, and I'm beginning to believe that my voice really does matter, right? I'm beginning to understand that what I say counts. I'm beginning to understand that it's okay for me to be confident. It's not arrogant. There is a difference. Right? So I want you guys, as we go along on this journey this year of power, because that is what we're on. We're on a journey towards power this year. We're on a journey towards understanding the power that is within us. Why? Because there is a power within you. Don't give it up. Don't believe that you don't have it because it's there. Don't walk away from who God made you to be, right? Because you are someone who matters. And guess what? Years ago, I went to a conference, the Young Leaders Conference, and a lady named Ivy McGregor, she spoke and she said, you are the answer to someone's problem. And so I want you to understand that you are the answer, but you got to get your power back. You have to get your power back. You have to take control. You have to understand that you are worth it. Right? You are enough and you are worth it. You are worth everything that God has called you to be. You are worth it. You are worth somebody taking the time to listen. You are worth somebody being a part of what you're doing. You are worth it. Get your power back this year. That is our goal in 2026. We are getting our power back. Look, As usual, I haven't done this in a while because Life Happens has been gone since October, but Life Happens is coming this October, October 24th, 2026. And I want you to get in the room as we discuss getting your power back. We're going to talk about the power of the mind, what we think, the power of the mouth, what we say, and how it works with what we have. And so I am asking you, look, go over today. We have a whole new theme this year. This is new for us, guys. But what is bigger? What do we think of more when we think of power than superheroes? So go over today to lifehappens1.com. Look, register, get in the room for power, because this year we are diving into the power within. I love you guys. This is our Monday motivation, and I pray that you have an amazing week on purpose by taking your power back. I will see you next time. Love you all. Bye-bye.